Hello! Welcome to another dungeon. We're going to be doing Shadowfang Keep. One of my favourite dungeons at this level, because they revamped it in Cataclysm, which is all groovy. We've got Worgen everywhere, we've got quests kicking about, so it's all good. I'm going to pick that up and go straight into it. Go up these stairs and you'll come across a few random mobs. There's only 2 elites here, so just focus on them. Don't worry about the non-elites, the frantic geists. Yeah, don't worry about them. Just rend one, thunderclap, it should be fine, and the DPS should handle everything else. Now notice that I'm not being healed at the minute. I'm less than half life and I'm a bit worried, so I checked the mana of the healer and it looks okay, over 800, so I'm like, what's going on? Turns out the healer can't actually target anyone. A bit of a bug. I think I've had that before. I'm not sure what causes it, but I suggest logging out and logging back in, so we do that, and I'll skip ahead because it takes a few minutes. There we go. Ooh, nice fade there. Okay, and it's all fixed and we're all good, ready to go. So up the stairs, another similar kind of group here. So I'm going to rend, thunderclap everything. Gets a bit messy because I've got no rage. Try and target that, but it's moving too fast. Died pretty quickly anyway, to be honest, so that's all fine. One thing I need to do is do Victory Rush more, because I don't know if you know, if that procs when you do a killing blow on something, and basically it's free damage and it heals you. And I keep forgetting to do it. It'll pop up Victory Rush, so make sure you hit that button when it does. Coming up to the first boss now, Baron Ashbury. Yeah, he's quite an interesting boss. Pretty scary if you're quite new to dungeons, especially if you're healing, from experience anyway. And I'm sure Will would tell you that as well. Basically, this guy, you keep attacking him, and at a certain point, he'll lift everyone up and strangle them. To like 1 HP, and it's pretty scary at that point. If you watch everyone's health go down, there we go. See, it just drains your life, everyone's life, down to like 1 HP. But it's fine because he heals you back up again. It's like toying with you. I don't really understand. So as long as the healer keeps everyone, slap a renew on it, that's cool. Everyone will be fine. Just make sure the tank's okay. Other than that, it's just tank and spank. Do as much damage and threat as you can. Stack Sunder Armour up to 3 times to get the threat initially. Shield Slam, keep your rend up with Thunderclap. Heroic Strike, if you've got too much rage. Boom. This guy, he takes ages to get to the door. You need him to open the door, so you go up here to the door, gonna fade it out, and then he comes and he does some karate kicks onto it. And I'm like, meh, I could have done that. Now this bit's a bit tricky because there's quite a few mobs in the courtyard, and they need to be pulled with care. So you don't want to grab them all, as you might die. You notice that pack patrol in there, the geists. It's not a big deal if they come with, say, this mob here, but we want to try and keep it controlled. So I'm going to pull maximum of 2 elites. I think that's good. I'm going to deal with these first, just get them out of the way. It's just another thing to think about. And then I'm going to pull this guy. And depending on how I feel, I might... Oh, here we are. I think I actually prepare for this haunted servitor. There he goes. He's coming. So I'm like, oh, Thunder Slam. Yeah, get some threat on him. You might notice my life. It did go down quite a bit there, so they do pack a punch. These guys here. So it's important, definitely, not to take too many. I'm not going to be worrying about the things behind me. I'm just going to keep going, keep forward. I'm going to take these 2 probably together. Oh no, okay. And pick him up. Always be mindful of what's going on if you can. That's the trickiest thing to tanking, I think. Just being aware of where everything is, what might happen, and stuff like that. Oh, I got a text. Oh, okay, and then, that's not important. Yeah, so doing that, I'm going to grab this group here. I think in the original, these used to be elite. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but the mobs that kind of patrolled up that ramp, they were elite. I don't know, I can't remember. It's been a while. So I'm going to grab these two. We've got a caster and a melee mob, so I'm just going to rend, thunderclap, boom. I'll chuck in the odd sunder there, just to, because that deals a lot of threat, so it's good to kind of spread it across loads of mobs. You might notice there, I've got a sunder on him. Yeah, and thunderclap, good. Again, coming up here, this could be a bit tricky. I am very reckless, so I just go straight in. I figure, hey, what the hell? But if you don't have very good gear, it might be not a good idea to pull all of these. You can actually pull maybe 2 at a time, but the healer's doing fine, keeping everyone up. So I figured that's cool, no worries. Yeah, the next room is pretty tricky actually. The one with the first boss. If you're not careful, you could die quite easily. So I'm just going to pull these first 2 around here. Do a wall pull, get them close to me, because there's actually quite a few mobs in here. I think in this run I don't actually have the patience to do that, so I just go charging in after these. But you know, what can you do? So yeah, as you can see, there's quite a few. So I usually pull the ones to the right here, and I actually pulled aggro, so I was like, damn it. So I'm just going to pick them all up. I'm going to go to that ranged caster, get some aggro on her. Oh, I thought I pulled the other ones. And yeah, keep aggro on everyone, keep sunders up, keep dotting, switching targets, the old shield slam, it's all good. Yep, these all pull together, which I think you can avoid, but meh. So I just do a thunderclap on everyone, just to grab everyone's aggro to begin with. And yeah, they're going down pretty quickly, so I'm not too worried. And that brings us nicely onto the first boss. This guy is pretty much a DPS race. He'll keep spawning Worgen, spirits, things, and they get progressively harder and tougher and deal more damage. And so the only way to stop them is basically to kill him. So just keep all your DPS onto this guy, just focus on him. Keep the Worgens on you as much as possible, because if they start attacking other members of the party, then it's going to deal a lot of damage to them. So you see that little dot there, that's where they're going to spawn, so keep an eye out for that. Get him on you and just make sure that it stays on you. And he's actually spawning one behind me as well, which I spot. So I'm prepared for that, but we kill him anyway. And that's when I pick up my ring. It's a nice little ring, that first little ring. Strength and stamina, which is more damage and more health, essentially. And the more damage you do, the more threat you do. So it's all good. It's all gravy. So continuing up here, up the stairs, you come across a few elite mobs here. Not a particularly nice looking skeleton, but it's fine. It's fine, there's nothing to worry about really. It's got this random ability, which is just sort of bone flurry. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't do much damage, so I don't tend to worry about it. If it did do a lot of damage, then I would, but no, it doesn't. So I'm going to pick up these guys. I'm going to rend something as soon as I can, and thunderclap. I notice here that you might have a look at the damage and DPS and stuff at the bottom, the recount. If you look at the damage done, that warrior is insane. He's doing so much damage. He's doing like triple of everyone else. So it's really hard to keep threat from him. And I looked at that and I was like, sugar nuts, sugar nuts. Now this is a tricky bit. You really have to pull these like this, pull them against the wall so they come towards you, back up a bit, and then start dealing damage to them. Because you don't want to charge into that room, because that's where the next boss is. And yeah, if you pull him and all the ads as well, it's not going to be good. And I've sorted these out as well. Shoot my little gun. You can taunt if you want, but I didn't want to waste it just in case. Bring him towards you, do a thunderclap, bish bash bosh. It's just how I do it. I mean, I don't know if there's another way, but it works for me. So once you've done those two groups, you can head into the room, go into the middle bit, and you can actually pull the first two guys here. These are normal mobs, but they're pretty tricky. You don't want to pull them with the boss, because that just gets messy. So I wait till the boss is patrolling furthest away, and then I pull the one furthest away from him. And they should come together. Okay, and with those out of the way, good, average. This guy can be quite tricky, does a lot of damage. He puts an area of effect on the floor, and you really have to move out of that because it slows you and deals damage, and it's not nice. Oh, keeping aggro away from that guy is so hard, but I manage, you know, I keep taunting, keep trying to spam that shield slam and thunder armor. So I'm moving out of the area of effect attack. Oh, and that's nasty. That's a cone attack which does quite a bit of damage to anyone in it. So ideally you need to keep him faced away from everyone, and then try and move out of it yourself when he channels it. I also get a nice upgrade of my shield here. My beautiful turtle shell is going to have to be replaced. I think I equip that here, which I'm happy about, you know, it looks better. And I'm not sure if you're handing a quest here, so that's why I'm hanging around. But you don't, turns out you don't, you just carry on. And yeah. Tormented officer there, lovely, nothing to worry about really. I think in the original there was some people who silenced you, but I don't think, to my knowledge, obviously I'm a warrior, it doesn't really affect me that much, but I don't think anything silences you here anyway. So I'm just going to go into this pack and try and rend, thunderclap. It's pretty much all groovy there. And the DPS on that warrior is just insane. Oh my god. I mean, 175, that doesn't sound a lot compared to obviously 85s, which are like 10,000 damage per second, but it's a lot at this level. But it's quite nice actually for me, because it keeps me on my toes. These guys I tend to wall pull as well, so I'll fire and hide behind a wall so they come towards me, and then I try and thunderclap when I've got rage. Could have gone better, but that's basically what I do. Because as a general rule, I don't really like charging into a room if it's got loads of mobs, because it just gets messy. I've had a lot of bad experiences with heroics with doing that, especially when I started learning to tank in the Wrath of the Lich King's heroics when it came out. Oh, that was not fun. It was not fun. So it's better to be safe than sorry, honestly, definitely. So I figure it was safe, so I went in here, got this little pack here. Just packs of 3, just a ranged attacker and also a melee one, so just go to the attacker, the ranged attacker, go straight to him, do some damage, get some threat, you know, and it's all groovy. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna actually, yeah, I'm gonna split it into 2 parts again. Sorry, when YouTube finally lets us upload more than 15 minutes, I will put them in single blocks, but for now I'll just I'll cut it here, and yeah, see you in part 2.